Searches reflect the pulse of what people are thinking about. With me now, Google's LaToya Drake with the most searched topics from this month so far. LaToya, it's great to see you.
Hey, Deirdre.
We're going to talk about happier topics, but I have to imagine topping the list this month was the attack at San Bernardino.
That's right. Now, of course, the authorities are still continuing to investigate and look for motive. This was one of the top search topics of the year, or of the month, pardon me. And so what people were wondering is, where is San Bernardino? This was perhaps a place that was not top of mind for many people in terms of location. So looking to get an understanding of where this happened.
Where it is, how far is it from L.A., and then, of course, to the news, who were the shooters.
Yes, information about who they are and, a little bit about motive. People are curious about that.
Now, there are a lot of politicians speaking out about how we should be collectively responding to terrorism. Donald Trump is one of them. And it seems as if, as far as social searches go, he's still top of the list.
That's right. Now, Trump has dominated search before he announced, during his announcement, and even after the debates and so on. So he continues to be at the top of people's minds. So what we wanted to look at is, how are people searching for what he said? So what did Trump say about Muslims was one of those top trending questions. And also people are curious about, what did he say about President Obama and women, for instance. But to the point about Muslims, that was the most searched topic.
All right. Speaking of politicians, there is a big deadline in D.C. whether or not the government will shut down again. This comes around every cycle, and then people search, right?
Yes, that's right. Will the politicians be going home for the holidays is the big question that people are wondering about right now. So as you'll see with these top questions is, will it shut down in 2015? People getting more specific, saying December 2015. We've only got 1 month left in the year. But then if you move down to the bottom of the list, who gets sent home if the government shuts down? Perhaps these are workers wondering if they, in fact, get to go home.
Exactly. All right, now on to cheerier topics, depending on who your team is. College football playoffs.
Yes.
Everyone's in.
That's right. Now, when the teams were announced, there was no surprise. We're going to have Clemson against Oklahoma, my birth state, Alabama, up against Michigan State. So if your team was not in the playoffs, people are wondering who, in fact, made it, when, and the where are also the questions that people are searching for answers on.
All right. So some people are sports fanatics, some people more music, entertainment, because the Grammy nominations came out as well.
Yes,
right?
It is award season right now. So when the Grammys were announced, there was really no shock of who was nominated. But what's interesting is looking at where people are searching. So you have the two entertainment capitals of the world, New York and California, dominating the searches about the Grammys this year.
Okay, but then a shout out, of course, to
Taylor Swift, who is from Tennessee. Her state is backing her up.
All right, but it's interesting that you have D.C. and Nevada as well.
Yes, it seems like we're just anchoring on the coast in terms of interest about music, but these are two very big music centers if you think about Vegas and all of the performances and shows that happen there.
All right, LaToya, thank you as always for showing us what is on our collective mind. LaToya Drake joining me there from Google. We'll be